just got a 10. I did it again, man. I just got a pack.
Yo, what is going on YouTube? Dark Reality here, back with another video. And before we get into the video, if you guys could please drop a like and subscribe, I really would appreciate that a lot. And turn on your post notifications so you get alerted when I post a video. I do daily 2K content, so every day you're gonna get a video from me. But in this video, I'm going over the best Giannis build on NBA 2K21 Next Gen. I'm not gonna waste you guys time, let's get right into the video. So of course, you're gonna go with the Giannis name, and then position power forward is the best position in the game. And you're gonna go right, and then jersey number, you're gonna go 34. So we're gonna continue. Now we're getting to the body setting. So my opinion, if you guys are to go with a height, yes, Giannis is probably a little bit taller than 6'10", but if you want to be reasonable with like attributes, you probably want to go 6'10", because it's like the only area where you're tall enough and you could somewhat still dribble at 99 and with some floor general. So like 6'10", max wingspan. Of course, you want the long wingspan because that's kind of how Giannis is built. And then for weight, you're gonna go 210. I wouldn't recommend going higher because you just lose a lot of speed, and you're already pretty slow with this build. But like the only thing you really can compensate for that is just your like wingspan and your length. So obviously going 210 to have a little bit of speed, and of course the height and just wingspan make you a little bit lengthier. So like, overall the build's pretty good still. I do recommend this build. I think it's actually not that bad at all. But yeah, and then body shape, it's gonna go built. I think build's pretty reasonable in my opinion. I'm sorry it looks like Zion, I just don't feel like making a Giannis face creation. But yeah, we're gonna continue. All right, so now I'm gonna do the attributes and explain them after. Alright, so these are the attributes that you will get. You will get 20 finishing, 7 shooting, which is in my opinion actually pretty good, because most of the shots you're going to take are probably going to be a pick and pop or catch and shoot kind of situation. But of course you get 12 playmaking badges, which is not a lot, but it's enough, because most of the time if you're playing with someone, it's probably going to be a player that has around an 85 plus 3-point. So there's no real reason why you should need to put like dimer or floor general on. You should put everything into quick first step, handles for days, unpluckable, and just stuff like that to really just make sure you don't lose the ball, you don't get tired, and you obviously can still somewhat ISO. Now, one thing I got to admit, I don't know the exact ball handle you need to do like step backs. I think it's a 70, but don't quote me on that. But you'll get over a 70 at 99. You'll have a 72. So just understand, I don't know the exact like attribute you need to do a like I guess escape, because you could do a really good escape with a 78 ball handle, but obviously you don't have a 78 ball handle. But with a 78 ball handle on a 6'8" power forward, you can actually do a pretty good escape that is actually not that bad for isoing. So don't quote me on anything I say with the ball handle, because I don't know the exact numbers for it. But just understand, if you guys get to that 72 ball handle mark and maybe your teammate has floor general, you could be a very, very, very valid isoer with this build. So anyway, so yeah, they have 24 defensive badges. And there's a couple things you can do with the defensive badges. I like the idea of having no steal, high offensive rebound, due to the fact that you can now pretty much do a couple things. You can use it as a isoer, or you can use it as a pick and roll option. Now, I think both ways are pretty valid, but what I do like about this build is that you can do a couple more things. So you can lower down your offensive rebound to, I think, when you get 19 defending badges, and then you can put it into your steal, and then you have a 59 steal. Now, is a 59 steal good? No, not really, but it is kind of nice. A build with steal to guard backside. Now, if you're not going to use this build for like pro-am, you definitely don't need steal. But if you guys are to think about using this build for pro-am, then you probably would want to go a little bit lower on the actual playmaking and then go higher on the defense. But just remember, this is mainly for park. Most build videos are made for park. Pro-am builds are meant to be pro-am builds. They kind of tailor towards what you got to do in pro-am. But for like park builds, you can do stuff like this where you don't have steal, and then you just put up your offensive rebound so you can get a bunch of badges, you know, just make the build look good. And yeah, so the build in my opinion is really good. It has a lot of physicals. You have an 88 stam, but there's a couple like rumors going out that stam is not useful, and I don't know if that's true. I don't want to make a build and put money into the build. Let me know what you guys think about stam. Let me know if you guys have like a 70 stam, you guys can dribble for 24 seconds. I don't know. That's just my opinion though. I think you should have stam just for the simple situations where it actually does work, in 2K Lives or whoever lied and they said that it didn't work. But anyway, the only thing you can really do now is put up your stam. So you go 90 stam, you have a 95 overall with 20 finishing, 7 shooting, 12 playmaking, and 24 defensive badges. So in my opinion, this is a very, very close Giannis build. It's probably as close as you're gonna get. The finishing is really good. It can still somewhat shoot. 12 playmaking is more than enough. And then 24 defensive badges is really nice. And another thing that is cool is that at 99 you have an 80 perimeter defense, which means you can get gold clamps. So in my opinion, that's really, really cool. So anyway, now we continue. And for takeovers, of course, you can just change them whenever you max out your badges. But if I give you guys some ones off rip, it would definitely be finishing moves. It just helps with finishing contact layups, dunks, and stuff. of course, you're gonna go with that one. And then for your second takeover, I like these three. I think they're all pretty good. The one I actually do want to test out is stuff blocks. I want to know if it actually does increase your ability just to get blocks in general, because if it does, that's actually kind of clutch. And I also like paint intimidation. Obviously, it just helps with delivering a severe penalty for contested shots taken in the paint. Of course, that's probably the safer bet one, but in my opinion, I think you guys should test out Steph blocks because Giannis is a great defender around the rim. Of course, you can go to like a glass cleaner one to get more rebounds, but in my opinion, that's not super fun for Park and stuff. So anyway, this is what I would go with. I would go to finishing moves and Steph blocks. Rate the player. So of course, you get a playmaking paint beast. Of course, you get shades of Giannis. That's the whole point of the video. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, please like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about the build. And yeah, peace.